Hello, beautiful light-filled souls. My name is Trisha Barker. Today I'm going to read to you one of my blog posts, which is a poem inspired by God. And as a near-death experiencer, I was lucky enough to be in the presence of God for a few moments, and I felt nothing but deep, unconditional love, acceptance, healing, and inspiration when in the presence of God. And as we walk through this life and encounter people in our journeys can be difficult because fragile egos that people possess may harm us in different ways, and we may long for some sort of closure or acknowledgement of our feelings, but this may never come in this lifetime. Some people are incapable of acknowledging unintentional or intentional harm that they have caused us, and that is really not the point, though. The point is to remember that there is so much abundant love available to us, an unlimited source from God that we can pull in and bring out into this world, and that is what we should be focusing on. So this poem is written to anyone who has felt deep hurt from other people, perhaps even disappointment, and it is God's attempt to remind us of the love that is available for us. Dear everyone, I'm sorry for the times that you were not loved by those around you. I'm sorry you were left alone when all you wanted to do was make people smile. It is a shame that others didn't want your silliness, your goodness, and your sweetness. They didn't see that you were made in my image and that you are part of me, part of God. I'm sorry that you were born with a sensitivity that should have been protected, a gorgeous sensitivity that should have been cultivated and honored, but instead was sent harsh words, gaslighted or ignored, degraded and abused. Your trusting nature and openness was used against you time and time again. But you met the world like an open flower, full of love and sunshine. When you learned to close yourself off, they called you damaged, as if you were the one who had done this to yourself. I'm sorry that people were driven by jealousy, greed, unchecked rage, fear, and other dark places in their minds. I'm sorry that they lashed out at you without provocation. You did nothing wrong. I'm sorry for their torture and all the moments afterwards that you carried shock within you. As much as I wanted to turn my face away when people yelled at you, hit you, or otherwise abused you, I stayed with you and observed everything. I could never leave you. I am the life that wants to live, wants to continue on no matter the amount of trauma. When your world was turned to rubble by fire and you had only a handful of food, I was the hand and I was the food. I was the bird in the sky that made you dream of flight. When people hated you for your religion, the way you worshiped, your politics, the color of your skin, your gender, your sexual orientation, your country, your home, your clothes, your accent, your IQ level, your school, your car, your age, your optimism, your sadness. I was never sorry to know you intimately. I love you without reserve. I'm glad you invited me in when no one else was there. I'm amazed by your capacity for love and grateful for all the times you sent swirling, beautiful energy in my direction. You are the love you give, not the love you receive from others. I see the love you give and remember it. This is all I remember. I want you to love yourself the way I love you, exponentially, always expanding, infinite in potential. I love you and want to give you complete peace, joy, wonder, grace, and a miraculous, triumphant life of love.